any election is a test of political strength. For the NDP, polls suggest Quebec could be one of their weaknesses.
We need to win here. We want to win here. We care about the people of Quebec. We fought for you, and we've delivered for you.
Leader Jagmeet Singh is trying to do that with promises like this one, a pledge to build 100,000 rent-controlled homes on federal Crown land over the next decade.
You can see the land behind me. 4 years ago, we said this should be used to build affordable homes. Hasn't happened. So the question in this election is, who's going to build homes that you can actually afford? Who's going to fight for you?
The New Democrats have just one seat in Quebec, held by Alexandre Boulris, who insists the NDP is still relevant here.
Conservatives did nothing. The Bloc Québécois delivered nothing to Quebecers. So we delivered pharmacare, anti-scab legislation, and dental care for people, for Quebecers. We are going to continue to fight. And elections matter.
In Montreal, they're fighting the Liberals, a party gaining momentum, and the Bloc Québécois, which won a consequential by-election last September.
We're going to fight hard. We're going to knock as many doors as we can. And I think our message is percolating even more in the neighborhood. We're talking about the fundamentals. We're talking about housing.
I think many New Democrats are very comfortable being the underdog and being written off. It doesn't necessarily mean, though, that that's where the party wants to be.
After campaigning in Montreal, Singh held this event in Toronto's West End. The party has no seats in Canada's largest city and is looking to change that. But the NDP leader actually spent the bulk of the day on Highway 401, traveling roughly 6 hours to get here by bus. Neithu?
Touria Izri in Toronto. Thanks, Touria. Quebec's complex political landscape could play a large part in deciding this election. Campaigns in that province usually focus on Quebec's sovereignty, but as Mike Armstrong explains, the American president's rhetoric and threats against Canada appear to be changing that.
Kicking off his campaign officially, Yves-François Blanchet joked Monday that seeing his face on the side of a bus never gets old. This is Blanchet's third campaign as leader of the sovereignist Bloc Québécois, but the first campaign he started by pitching a Buy Canadian law, in response to the U.S. Buy America Act. At an event outside the American consulate in Quebec City, Blanchet said Ottawa has to protect Quebec's economy, and he added Canada's as well.
Et oui, bien sûr, l'économie canadienne.
Now, Blanchet isn't likely to become Captain Canada anytime soon, but he is having to find a new solidarity with the rest of the country because that's where Donald Trump's threats and rhetoric are pushing Quebec voters.
I think the Bloc has to be very careful here because the environment has changed quite dramatically, and this has really favored the Liberals so far.
Mark Carney has his challenges ahead in Quebec as well. The new Liberal leader doesn't have defined positions on some major issues in Quebec, like secularism and provincial autonomy. And then there's language, specifically the functional but far from fluent French he showed in the Liberal leadership debate.
Nous sommes d'accord avec Mas.
The Debates Commission announced Monday the leaders will face off April 16th and 17th, both in Montreal. The first of the two will be in French, putting Carney at a significant disadvantage.
I suspect that Mr. Carney will probably be shielded by his team throughout the campaign, but during the debates there, he will be exposed. So I think those will be important moments for sure.
The Trump effect appears to have wiped out conservative momentum in Quebec. It's also hurting Quebec's sovereignty movement. A poll by Léger last month put support for separation at just 29%. Neithu, that is the lowest result the company has ever measured.
Okay, Mike Armstrong in Montreal. Thanks, Mike.